Rights Commission, that is KHRC, is urging the government to abolish the Financial Inclusion Fund, popularly known as the Hustler Fund, citing deep structural flaws that threatens its viability. In a damning report released on Monday titled Failing the Hustlers, the KHRC warns that the fund is on course for financial disaster, lacking a sustainable framework to truly empower Kenyans' economically vulnerable populations as initially promised. The rights organizations assert that the only practical solution is to scrap the program altogether. The report highlights a staggering 68% default rate, revealing that for every 500 shillings loan disbursed, only 340 is effectively lost.
After 2 years of rigorous research, the Kenya Human Rights Commission KHRC on Monday launched a scathing report on the government's Financial Inclusion Fund, the Hustler Fund. Titled Failing the Hustlers, the report calls for the immediate scrapping of the fund, arguing that despite heavy political backing, it has failed to advance financial inclusion or provide meaningful economic empowerment to its intended beneficiaries.
It's a flawed system. It's a flawed fund. Reasons have been outlined why it is flawed and why it is therefore unsustainable.
By December 2023, over 9.6 billion had been disbursed, yet there was no measurable impact on the enterprise development or job creations. Loan sizes ranging from 500 to 1,000 were too small to start or grow businesses. Repayment terms of 14 days were unrealistic.
I now officially launch the Hustler Fund for the Republic of Kenya.
The fund, a flagship project under President William Ruto's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, was launched amid March fanfare in November 2022. It was intended as a lifeline for Kenya's economically marginalized, but the KHRC warns it has instead become a vehicle for political patronage, aimed more at showcasing a campaign promise fulfilled than fostering genuine self-reliance. The KHRC report paints a grim picture, a staggering 68% default rate, meaning for every 500 Kenya shillings loan disbursed, 340 Kenya shillings is effectively lost, a default rate that has more than doubled. A 2023 Auditor General report recorded a 32% default rate, with about 10.9 billion Kenya shillings still unpaid from the 32 billion Kenya shillings disbursed.
And this fund is still working. We're still giving out money. It's like putting money in a bottomless dark pit.
And this is one example of how Parliament has undermined the Constitution. Because if you read the Constitution well, there's no way this law should be standing today. That Parliament surrenders its power to a Cabinet Secretary.
The Ministry of Cooperatives and MSMEs swiftly convened a meeting following the report's release, dismissing its findings as misleading and motivated by malicious intent.
The facts that are there are not genuine, and the fact that you take 2 months and you take the 2 months as the music. The best way, we are 3 years old, we will be celebrating 3 years in November. In November, we are just few months away, 2 months away. It would have been better for them to come and discuss with us.
Just the title itself, it shows that whatever was purported to be done had some sort of veiled political intention.
The Treasury's 2025-2026 budget allocation slashed funding to 300 million Kenya shillings, down sharply from 5 billion Kenya shillings in 2024-2025 and 10 billion Kenya shillings in 2023-2024.
Quite concerning. And
the KHRC warns that the government is increasingly relying on borrowing, primarily through treasury bills, to sustain the fund. Ben Kirui, Citizen TV, Nairobi.